Welcome to Palm Fortune City, right here in Ado-Ota, where we have the Palm Ridge Phase 7 estate. So Palm Fortune City is a city where we're going to have a lot of different things, right? So we're going to have the residential zone, we're going to have the agro boulevard, we're going to have resort homes, we're going to have commercial zones, we're going to have greenhouses, we are going to have animal husbandry for those who want to rear animals, pigs, poultry, whatever you want to do, right? And then of course the Palm Ridge Phase 7, where we have the oil palm plantations, and then we are going to have agro processing zones, amongst other things. So it's a massive, it's an entire city, right? This is not an estate, it is an entire city, right? And there's so much to do here. So we're just going to take you in now and show you what our Palm Ridge Phase 7 estate looks like. But beyond Palm Ridge Phase 7, there's so much you're going to be getting here. On the other side, right opposite our city, right, is is a Chinese owned massive city as well, just right across us. And you already know that if the Chinese is interested in something, you had better be interested in it as well. You had better start investing in it as well. So come with me and let me take you into Palm Fortune City right here in Ado-Ota.
Good morning, sir. Well done, sir.
So this is the nursery, and you can see the blocks for the fencing are still going on. And there are corner pieces already going all the way down this way. The early part is over there. The potted part you want to see, you can walk down there and see the potted part in case you are coming to your big shot. You can walk it. So all the way down.
So here is the nursery part of the plantation right here in Palm Ridge Phase 7 in Ado-Ota, right? This is the pre-planting stage, the nursery stage, right? This was planted about 5 months ago, thereabout, and once raining season begins in earnest and we start having rains hit the ground in earnest, these will be transplanted directly into the soil, and so they will be self-sustaining from then on, right? They'll be self-sustaining from then on. So these are other parts of the land where we have intercropped, right? So we allow people who have bought hectares, right, to intercrop on their farm while they're waiting for the 3-year period to start earning from palm trees. So people intercrop things like corn, things like yam, things like cassava. We have a massive expanse of cassava planted in here, right? These are other little bags for the nursery as well. Yeah, for the nursery. And then on the other side, I'm just trying to walk you through to the other parts where we have. So on this side, yeah, so these are the massive expanse of cassava that have been planted in the meantime. So this is what we call intercropping, while the palm trees are still in the nursery, as well as when they are still going to be planted and be in the young stage. So if you look around here, you would see some of the palm trees that were planted last year. Some of them that have been transplanted into the soil are in the midst of this cassava, right? So this is for people who have keyed into the intercropping opportunity, so that while they're waiting for the 3-year period for their palm trees to start fruiting and then they can start earning money, they are able to earn quick returns from other things, other short-term crops like cassava, like yam, like corn, right? So yeah, that's the advantage of intercropping. That's the advantage of intercropping. So the opportunities are endless. You don't need to leave your land fallow. If you're buying up to an hectare, you can take advantage of the intercropping option. This is a massive expanse of land. So those are some of those palm trees that were planted last year. You can see them in the midst of in the midst of the cassava plant, right? They are still in the baby stage. I can't believe it is still the same one that will grow into the massive palm trees. And because of the breed of palm trees that were planted in here, they grow fast, they fruit fast, and then the oils that come out from this are really really good. So yeah, it's a really massive expanse. This city, I call it a city, it's not an estate, is 3 times the size of Victoria Island. That's how massive this is, right? Like I explained earlier, it's a massive city. It goes beyond just for palm trees. I mean, palm plantation. There's going to be an agro boulevard. There's going to be an entire space for processing. There's going to be an entire commercial space. There's going to be the resort area and then there's going to be space for animal husbandry, amongst other things. So it's a really really massive project that you want to key into. It's an agro smart city, basically. It's an agro smart city. So yeah, back to the another part of the nursery site, right? So these are baby palm trees waiting to be transplanted, waiting for the rainy season to then be transplanted directly into the soil so that they can then start depending on nature to sustain them, right? Somewhere around here as well, in the right in the middle of this agro smart city, we have the helipad. There it is, the helipad, and that's for the different high net worth individuals who already keyed into this. Like we mentioned, we have partnership with Lagos State government. We have partnership with the House of Lords in the United Kingdom, right? And some of those people would rather not use the road, and so that's for easy accessibility, and it's accessible. The early part is accessible to everyone, every member, every resident, every landowner in Palm Fortune City, right? Every subscriber to Palm Ridge Phase 7 Estate. So this is a massive project that you do not want to snooze on. As much as you can, buy as many acres and hectares as you can afford, right? This is something to for you to you not only plan towards retirement but also secure the future of yourself and even your children, your children's children, right? People are buying this in acres and hectares to sponsor their children's university education and different things, different goals tied to the revenue they know they'll be getting from this agro smart city. So you want to go ahead and call those numbers on your screen. Let's discuss how you can take advantage of this opportunity. Let's discuss what your goal is, how much you can afford. You want to spread payments, but just as much as possible, key into this now that it is still very affordable. Don't wait till everything is set. By that time, you might not be able to afford it anymore. I'll be waiting to talk to you on the other side. Toodles.
Smart city is a hub. That is, it is going to be containing all these key features. We have a part for residential zone, which is going to be at the corners. Then once we have the boulevard. That is, if you want to buy into the land and you want to have your own farm, you want to do your piggery, you want to do your fishing, but you want to be in this secured environment, and you also want to have your house walkability to your own office, you can buy in the boulevard, Agro Boulevard, where you can then buy into the residential, so you can live and work and then sell out your produce outside, and you are within the smart city, all right, safe and secured. We have the oil palm plantation that will take the whole back all down and go. If you can look as far back down to where it looks like there's water at the back there, all the way down, that's our oil palm. Then we have the agro processing, where we are going to be having the most of the produce, the solar processes will be going on there, turning them to different raw materials for industry that needs them. Then we have the greenhouse. Then we have the animal husbandry. All these are acceptable, and we have different spaces for them in the city. These are the greenhouses. All right. Then we have resorts and commercial zones. So if you look at it, everything is within the hub. So whatever you want to do and still live, because what we are looking at is workability, and also we are targeting recreation, whereby people can come in and have a a look at the scenery. All right. So we are looking at so many things, but by the time we are done, this is going to be first of its kind in, I think, Africa. Africa, yes. So this is the mapping and the layout of it. And for me, if somebody should ask, what is the necessity of oil palms? Wow, you can't just, it has over 30 benefits, over 30 benefits and more. First, talk about the oil for cosmetics. We use the oil for soap. Then to use the oil in the pharmaceuticals. We use the oil, for so many things. Then talk about the seed. All right, the seed is used for what's it called? Making bread, chicken, cookies. We use it for cookies. We use it for chocolate confections and so many others. Then talk about the mesh, the residues. We use it for feeding. Then what about the tree? When you are through with it, you can tap it and have your palm wine, right? That's why I say that only one window. I think hope I got that right. So palm wine is life, and you can get it from me. And when the tree is finally through over 40 years of its life, what do? You can still use it for so many things. Guys, for furnitures. If you've been to some new houses, see them touch furnitures. All right, you can use it for for different kind of roof building works and many other things. So oil palm has both industrial and commercial benefits. We export it, like Presco did about 58 billion of exporting oil only last year. Presco, wow, a 58 billion, that's a lot of money. So this is the oil palm, whereby you are going to be buying into the city. You get about 25 gallon per tree, about 25 gallon per tree. And when you are ready to buy into it, we always advise, if you want to stay as well, this is a land banking. You can buy the of the residence, and then you can use it as your retirement home in the future. Maybe you are tired of the city, you want something not so far, but still close by. Then this is a home for you.